Justin Trudeau faces a political storm like never before. With the rebellion brewing within the Liberal Party and the economic challenges mounting, the Canada's Prime Minister is fighting to stay in control. Could this be the end of Trudeau's leadership as we know it? Is Justin Trudeau's political career crumbling? Is Canada on the brink of major political upheaval? The whispers are growing louder, the tensions are rising, and the cracks are showing. Today we're diving into what could be the most defining chapter of Justin Trudeau's career and what it means for Canadians. In the recent days, Trudeau has been walking a tightrope as calls for new leadership echo within the Liberal Party. Discontent reached a breaking point during the private meeting of the Liberal MPs in Ottawa. About 20 members boldly voiced their frustration directly to Trudeau. This rebellion stemmed from one undeniable fact: Trudeau's approval ratings have taken a nosedive as the inflation bites, unemployment rises, and affordability slips further out of the reach of Canadians are asking, where is the leadership we were promised? But let's rewind for a moment. Why is this happening now? Trudeau's tenure started with a bang. Back in 2015, he revived a struggling Liberal Party, leading them to a historic victory. He championed progressive ideas, pushed for diversity, tackled climate change, and promised to uplift Canada's middle class. Fast forward to today, and the glow has dimmed. Rising inflation has left Canadians struggling to afford the basics: housing, groceries, as well as transportation. Employment concerns are on the rise, with the national unemployment rate climbing to 6.6%, a 7-year high pandemic aside. Canada's immigration system, once a point of pride, now faces criticism for inefficiencies that leave newcomers in limbo. And then there's the political landscape. Trudeau's Liberals are polling at just 23%, while Pierre Conservatives soar at 42.5%. If election were held today, the outcome would be catastrophic for the Liberals. A 9-year tenure at risk having led Canada for nearly a decade, Trudeau has weathered storms before, but this time it's different. Even the former allies are now stepping away. NDP leader Jeopardy recently announced plans to run independently, signaling a lack of confidence in Trudeau's leadership. Within the party, Trudeau faces a dilemma. The Liberals lack a formal mechanism to remove their leader, making it a sudden leadership challenge. It's risky. Yet the rising tide discontent suggests that the standing still isn't an option either. Trudeau has signaled a willingness to reflect on his party's concerns, but stopped short of the suggesting what he might step down, leaving Canadians and his party in suspense. From savior to a struggler, Trudeau's rise from mediocrity in 2015 swept the power, promising change and hope. His fresh ideas inclusive, but ideas only go so far. The pandemic tests Trudeau's government in unexpected ways. Strict lockdowns, mandatory vaccinations, and economic fallout left lasting scars. Critics accuse Trudeau of overreach and failing to balance health measures with economic needs. Meanwhile, on the international stage, Trudeau's advocacy on issues like India's farmers' protest earned mixed reviews at home. While economic concerns dominate Canada's mind, this global focus left increasingly disconnected. The Conservative surge entering Pierre, his populist message resonates with Canadians, frustrated by rising costs and perceived interaction. Poilievre doesn't hold back addressing culture wars and economic policies with sharp, contrasting tone. His momentum has even put pressure on the Liberals, whose future hangs precariously on Trudeau's next move. The Liberal Party faces a stark choice: double down on Trudeau or risk a chaotic leadership race that could drive voters further into the Conservative hands. What's next for Trudeau in Canada? 8. Trudeau faces a crossroads. Does he adapt to rising internal and public pressure, or step aside for the sake of the party, or dig in for the fight of his career? The stakes couldn't be any higher for Trudeau, the Liberal Party, and for Canada's political future. While Justin Trudeau's legacy of one resilience or regret, next few weeks will define the place in Canadian history. What's your take on Trudeau's leadership? Is this turning point for Canada? Let's discuss it. And I think we should still go after him for all the blunders he's made while he's been in the Liberal Party.